Hey everyone, welcome to the Capcom Showcase pre-show. I'm Andy, this is Joe from the Capcom USA community team. Before we get to the main show, which I'm really excited about, hopefully you guys are too, we have a pre-show plan for you.
Yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff. We're going to be doing an interview with one of our developers over at Capcom Japan. We're going to be talking to one of our voice talents who worked on Street Fighter 6. And to get things started, we're going to be highlighting a Capcom creator who's done some pretty cool Street Fighter 6 art in the past, so we're really excited about that. So let's go ahead and get that started.
Yeah, hey, there I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improved. A real problem, but I solve them on Facebook. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. I done society, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in. My pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back. Now break away, I'm about to bring it on. I ain't never backing down. Took a step into the play. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go and look around. See the sights, yeah. Let's go. Hop out and I'm scheming, ride around and I'm dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on goal, fending all you foes. Once I'm on the road, I'm knocking out of the door. I got the range. If you wanna come and stand up to me, pull up on me now. If you wanna challenge, tell me, rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top, and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top, and I'm not looking back. I ain't never backing down. Come and step out to the flag. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes.
Eu tô no Discord aí, entra aí.
E aí, Natinho? Cadê?
E aí?
Bora, galera.
Passando algumas imagens aí, mas...
Não, vamos lá, já tô aí online aí. Ao vivo e a cores aí.
Valber falou que vai entrar. E Brunão não.
Não. Brunão vai
sair.
tá saindo. Bora, galera, assistir aí o show da Capcom aí. 2023 aí. Novos lançamentos aí e a DLC do Resident Evil 4 Remake aí. Mas por enquanto, vamos ver o que vai vir de novidade aí, o que vai estar aparecendo aí.
Clev is so talented. Clev, if you're watching, thank you so much for doing that time lapse for us.
Yeah, it's just really cool how the art really tells a story, right? You've got Kimberly, but then all the legacy characters from Street Fighter. It's just so cool to see. And if you really like that artwork, we are going to post that on our social media channels, so please take a look at that after the show.
And now we have an interview with the voice of Luke from Street Fighter 6, Alex Lee.
Nossa.
Alex, how are you?
I'm good,
Tá me
man. I'm
ouvindo
happy
aí?
to
Eu
be here.
vou
Before we get into talking about
comer
Luke,
alguma coisa ali. Daqui a
how
pouco
did you get
vai
into voice
faltando uns
acting?
10 minutos aí.
I think it was one
Beleza,
summer
beleza.
day. I
Eu
was
tô
eating
assistindo já aqui.
and I thought
O
to
meu também já
myself,
tá no
voice
jeito
acting
aqui
is
pra
cool.
iniciar.
Maybe I'll try
Eu
that.
já iniciei, pô.
That's just the
That's it.
noodles.
That's it.
Daqui a pouco a
That's
gente
where it
entra.
went. Yeah.
Aguarda um pouco.
Did the noodles also get you to the role of Luke?
Yeah. I showed up to the studio and I went, and they said, "That's the guy."
But no, seriously, how did you get the role of Luke, and how did you approach
Street
that whole
Fighter
performance?
6.
When we got the character, like character slides and everything, I read through his description, his likes, his hobbies, and I was like, this guy is kind of like me. Pretty much that role was just me trying to put myself out there and kind of relaxing a little bit. It was actually one of the first roles where I got to play somebody that was just like me.
Luke's had a pretty interesting journey. He started at kind of the tail end of Street Fighter V and now is at the forefront of Street Fighter 6. How did you approach the two performances differently?
For 5, they wanted something younger. So Luke had a bit more of an aggressive attitude. He was a lot more arrogant. He was a lot more cocky. And he was just kind of like this random punk that showed up and was like, who wants to fight me? So for 6, we definitely kind of like mellowed down. He's got a job now. Wow, amazing. I guess after getting beaten up all those times, he's like, I'm gonna lay back a little bit and figure out how to train myself and actually hone my fighting style. I think it's been a really interesting journey to see not only how his characters have like evolved, but also the reception of that change as well.
This is the first Street Fighter game that was recorded in English first, right? And you were one of the first characters to record your lines. What was the experience like and how did that change things up for you?
For me, this was like a brand new way to do this because in 5 is a dub, so we have to match the timing of the Japanese voice line, we have to match the cadence, the tone, and the animation. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that you have to constantly be juggling. But for 6, it was a lot more loose, it was more flow. And for the first time, we got that sweet mouth tech where you can say anything and the characters would, automatically lip sync. So that was really, really cool. And I just had a lot more time, a lot more freedom to deliver lines how I wanted to do it. And also, again, because we were creating this character in the US, I got to put a lot of my ideas in there as well. So that was a much, much different process than 5.
So speaking of you putting yourself into Luke and everything, I see online, we all see online,
Yes.
your advocacy for Luke, the memes, everything, how much you love him. Where does that come from and what's that whole experience like?
I never thought this day would come where I would get to be in a Street Fighter game. For me, it's more about how this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and I just got to make the best of it. So, with my full heart, I just was like, I'm gonna have fun with this character. Actually, some of my posts have even reached a wider global audience.
Yes, they have.
I visited the Capcom Japan office and I met up with Nakayama-san and the whole team over there. And I walked into the studio and they were like, we've all seen your Twitter. And I'm like, no!
What happened?
No! And they're like, no, it's good. We like it. And they thanked me for, promoting the character and just having fun with him. And they wanted to use that energy and put it into how they wrote and how they made the character. And I was really honored by that.
People are playing Street Fighter 6 now. Any favorite lines that you want to?
Ooh.
Oh, let's hear them.
we got a lot of good ones. We got the sandblast, but we also got the, gotta say, you're pretty photogenic.
That's the one everyone wants to hear.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
one.
the meme one.
The Hadouken.
There we go.
That one was fun. There's one where he whiffs his ultimate and he goes, whoa, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So those are all great lines I remember recording because all the funniest lines, we got them in one take. And then they were like, that's it, ship it. I'm like, you sure? And they're like, nope, it was good. And I'm like, I messed up. And they're like, you're supposed to mess up. I'm
It's
like,
Luke, right?
all
He's supposed to mess up. He's kind of corny like that. and
It's true.
everything.
Anything you want to say to the community?
Thank you for your support over the last year. It's been amazing. I've had such a blast with this character, interacting with the community, seeing all the memes online, seeing all the fan art. It's been so much fun. And also, thank you for kicking my butt online. That's awesome too. I love that part. That's so cool. Thanks, guys. No, seriously though, thank you so much.
For everyone else at home, please stick around. We have an interview with localization director Andrew Alfonso that we pre-recorded, and that's coming up right now.
We're going to take you a little bit behind the scenes today, and we've got a special guest to do that for us. We're with Andrew Alfonso, coming to us all the way from Osaka, Japan. He works over at Capcom Japan. So Andrew, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys. I'm localization director at Capcom Japan. I've been at Capcom for 17 years now. It's been quite a while. My first game that I worked on was Mega Man Star Force for the DS. After that, I worked on a bunch of Ace Attorney games, Ace Attorney 3, 4, 5, and Investigations. After that, I worked on the Monster Hunter series for about 10 years. And now I'm back on the Street Fighter series. And yeah, the latest game that I worked on was Street Fighter 6, which was just released.
Just an amazing tenure over at Capcom. But is there one in particular, a project that you've worked on that's really near and dear to your heart?
I would say the number one is usually Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. That was kind of the first game that I really got to work with the dev team very closely, especially the directors Fujioka-san and Tokuda-san. Probably number two is definitely Street Fighter 6, because just working with Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san has just been an absolute pleasure. Their kind of philosophy on how game development should work has always been very appealing. So I was really happy to have this opportunity to work with them on Street Fighter 6.
Love working with them, and they've been amazing. But before we get into like Street Fighter 6, can you tell us a little bit more about localization, the different responsibilities, and what it's all about?
Obviously we do, translation in text, into the text and whatnot, but we also handle a lot of the voice direction for our games. On top of that, we also get involved a lot in the motion capture for the games. We also do a lot of stuff just to help the dev teams out in terms of diversity and culturalization and stuff like that. I do remember that Nakayama-san mentioned in an interview last time where he was talking about Kimberly in Street Fighter 6, and he had a lot of consultants working with him to get the design just right. He also talked to Capcom employees, and that's actually the localization team. He came to us and asked us for our feedback on not only Kimberly, but also, Lily and also DJ, to make sure that those characters are, in a good spot for fans. And, their designs are not only cool, but also, something that is going to be appealing to a worldwide audience.
Yeah, tell us, how you're involved in the game, how you kind of got started on the project. I know it's probably been a really long road for you. So just tell us about kind of your experience in the development.
Yeah, sure. It's been a very long time. It's been about 3 years, at least for me. I got started off because Nakayama-san asked me if I could help them out with with their prototyping. He wanted to, get me in early because he knows that I was a big fighting game fan. I know a lot of things that we should try to improve for not only just Street Fighter fans, but also for a newer audience that they're trying to, get with Street Fighter 6. He brought me on mainly for that, but also because they were going to be working on this new commentary system that was going to be a first for the series. So they asked me to come on early just to, get that sorted out so that we could have something, very natural for, the English-speaking audience that are going to use this commentary system.
So we're definitely going to hit on the real-time commentary feature later. But before that, what were some of your goals as a localization director for Street Fighter 6, and what do you hope fans come away with in terms of the story, characters, or just anything?
One of the goals that I told the director, Nakayama-san, this game has a huge legacy, long legacy. We need to give it the localization that it actually deserves. We need to make sure that this, people come away with the better understanding of all the characters, and the characters that they already love, they fall in love with them all over again. The other goal that I had was, because I knew that we were going to be working on World Tour mode, we had stuff like the modern controls to appeal to new users. We're trying to aim for a lot of new players to come in, and we had to make this as beginner friendly as possible. We're not going to be throwing a lot of FGC community terms in there. We're going to try to explain things in a very natural but easy to understand way. And also, like a lot of the attack names are still in Japanese, and Karen's super Super Art and Street Fighter 5 is just completely in Romaji. They just translated from Japanese to English without actually translating it. So no one actually ever said the name of her, attack. And I said, this is not something that you want. You want something that people can kind of attach to. They get attached to the name. And, especially with this new commentary system, we want people to kind of call out these attack names so that people get, this certain affinity for it and they start to grow attached to it. And that's kind of like the two basic goals, two high-level goals that I had for this localization.
Tell us a little bit more about the real-time commentary feature.
When he approached me about this, I'll admit that I was very, very against the idea, to be honest with you, because I just heard this and I just thought, we can't do it. And it's not because I thought the idea was bad. I just kind of thought about it for about a couple of seconds, and I thought about the scope of this. I play a lot of sports games, so I know how they do the commentary in those games, and they always spouse about, we recorded 50,000 lines. For Monster Hunter, we only recorded 5,000 lines. So making that huge jump in line count is just a huge mountain to scale. So I was kind of taken aback. But I kind of settled down, and we did go with the first person we did go with was Vicious. He's just as a person, he's just super reliable. He's he has a good attitude about everything. He's very good on the microphone. He's always looking to improve. I kind of made him he's all these things because he's kind of the Ryu of commentators. And then if we're gonna have a Ryu as a commentator, we need a counterpart. And there's no better counterpart to Vicious than Tasty C because they work together on Street Fighter League. They actually work very well together, but they also have their just completely contrasting styles too. Vicious is very much, he sounds very professional, even, when things get very excited in a match. But Tasty does not do that. He just goes nuts, right? And that's one of the things that I really wanted for these two choices.
Yeah, definitely a lot involved in that whole process, especially with the commentary system being a completely new thing for a Street Fighter game. Speaking of new things in Street Fighter 6, I do want to ask you about the World Tour mode and what it's like just helping craft a story mode for a Street Fighter game, and also a story mode where you can create your own character. What was that like? What was the experience like? Is there anything that was really challenging or memorable about the whole experience?
I mean, I think just the main challenging thing was just the scope of the whole mode is just gigantic. It's like a whole other game unto itself. In terms of just how much we had to translate and record, this is actually bigger than a typical Monster Hunter game by a good margin. So it was very big in scope. One of the things that was really a pleasure to hear was that the main scenario writer was actually the creator of the Breath of Fire series. He's also worked on Dragon's Dogma as well. So we kind of had this confidence that this story is going to be good. It's going to be solid. We're going to have this good solid base to work on. I think the one challenge was having to characterize so many new characters, returning characters. So you don't really know how they're supposed to talk. In terms of fully fleshed out characters, so we kind of had to conceptualize that on a basic level to make sure that we're getting something that's different from all the other characters, but also really interesting at the same time.
It's always incredible just hearing all the behind the scenes stuff about World Tour, and we've talked a lot about this, but some of my favorite things that you guys did was the way Ryu texts you. Amazing, hilarious, but also just the tiny things, how Li Fen says Jie to Chun Li, just to keep that culture in there. It's fantastic. So thank you so much for having so much of a detail-oriented approach to World Tour.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. This was awesome just to be able to hear about all this behind-the-scenes stuff in developing the game. Any closing comments for the Street Fighter and the Capcom fans out there that are getting ready for the showcase happening?
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter 6 is out there. It's been released. We're still working on the game as always. I do want to hear, if anyone has any opinions about how the writing is and how the voices are. I've always been keeping track of that.
And again, Andrew, thanks for joining us, and to everybody for watching. All right, that's going to do it for our pre-show. Thanks to everybody for joining us, and thanks to our guests, Alex, Andrew, and Clev, for joining us for all these segments. It was really great to talk to everybody and show off your content. We do want to mention there is going to be a post-show, so please stick around for that after the main show, but we're getting close. Andy, any parting words that you want to say?
Yeah, if you guys have been paying attention, we've been wearing these Capcom hoodies. If you guys want one yourself, go to the Capcom Amazon store. So with that, we'll see you guys later.
E aí, gente? Cadê? Alô? Opa! Ó,
Tá nóis.
diga.
E aí?
Beleza?
Rapaz, me deu uma crise de tosse aqui, velho.
Tu tá doido?
Mas já passou.
Ó, nunca mais.
Nunca mais. Anselmo já tá ao vivo aí, hein?
É, tô vendo ali mesmo.
Faltam 8 minutos aí pra começar. E aí daqui a pouco, faltando uns 5 minutos aí,
Aham.
eu coloco o meu também.
E aí, a gente assiste a algum canal ou tu já transmite pra gente ver também ao mesmo tempo?
Não, tu pode assistir pelo evento pelo site da Capcom aí.
Uhum.
Porque aí tu já vai pegar em tempo real, igual eu aqui,
Isso,
pra não
isso que eu ia
ficar
pensar.
atrasado, entendeu? Porque se for pegar o meu, tu vai ficar atrasado.
É. Avatar. Vou ver aqui. Eu ainda não vi os vídeos de hoje, não. Fica dançando?
Eu acho que o menino dele tava chorando, parece. Ele desligou. Mas a gente tá ao vivo aí no canal dele, tomando conta do canal de Anselmo.
O Lies of P. Até o Zangado já fez a primeira hora do Lies of P.
É, o jogo parece ser bem bom mesmo, né?
Uhum. Muito
É
bom.
só quando sair pra gente ter certeza.
É. Quem é os miozinhos já pode testar, né?
Foi o quê? Uma demo, é?
Foi. Aham. O Alan
Mas vai
Zop-
sair demo pra PC também?
Vai. Deixa eu ver aqui se ele já.
E aí, aqui é o Zangado.
Tu achou a live aí do evento?
Não, vou colocar aí mesmo.
No Discord, Anselmo deixou no Discord aí.
Ah, tá.
É só ir lá, clicar no link dele aí que tu já vai direto. Tá com uma contagem regressiva aí.
Ah, tô
6
vendo.
minutos.
6 minutos, é.
O Brunão falou que ia sair, ele ia entrar com a gente aí, mas disse que ia sair hoje à noite.
Ah. Adeus namorada, passar com a
Ah,
mulher.
é isso mesmo.
Até
Subiu o
mandei
bolo.
mensagem pra ele também pra ver se ele aparecia aqui também.
Ele falou pra mim que ia sair hoje. E hoje o canal bateu uma marca importante aí, hein?
Ah.
1 milhão de visualizações. Dragão aí. Mas ainda não começou, né? Ah, é jogo mobile.
Tá mobile.
Eu vou começar a transmitir no meu também, viu?
Vai do
começar a
vai
aparecer.
sair pra computador, Play 4, Play 5, Xbox One, Series X e S também.
Uhum.
Vai sair pra tudo. Até a antiga geração.
Vai sair pra tudo mesmo. E o Separate Ways vai sair hoje?
Estamos nesse aguardo, né?
Ó, Village. Vou lá, vou começar aqui, viu?
Tá.
Aparecendo aqui. Fala galera, beleza? Mod Games X aqui trazendo pra vocês o evento ao vivo aí da Capcom. Hoje com participação especial de Valber e
aí,
Anselmo
galera?
Santos do canal Gamed. Será que teremos um novo remake anunciado hoje pela Capcom? Ou até uma esperada DLC da ida para Resident Evil 4 pro remake? Então bora lá. Aguardar aqui. E aí, Valber?
E teremos
Acho que a gente
novidade
vai
hoje,
ter
hein?
grandes novidades hoje, hein?
Esperamos, né?
Tá mostrando algumas imagens aí do Resident Evil 4, né?
Excelente.
And let it be so.
Rapaz, só 10 de 10. 9 de 10.
Uhum.
Quase começando também.
Evil. 2 minutos aí.
Mega.
Não, é Mega Man mesmo. Deve ser mobile, não?
Só pode.
Mas a tela tá... não sei. Jogou algum Mega Man, Val?
Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Basicamente não. Teve uma época que eu joguei só alguns no celular mesmo. Só pelo
Eu
celular.
joguei, eu acho que uns 2 do Super Nintendo só.
Eu sei. Eu assim, só fiz alguns testes assim. Na época eu joguei assim. Bem pouco mesmo. Não considero que eu joguei não.
This is for my fellow hunters.
Vai jogar algum Monster Hunter?
Não.
Monster Hunter hoje eu joguei um pouco aí. Um pouco que seria, eu acho que umas 30, 40 horas talvez. O jogo é massivo demais.
Tá perto de iniciar aí, hein? Menos de 1 minuto. 40 anos.
40 anos.
Essa garganta hoje tá matando.
Onimusha, bicho. Sonho. Continuação de Onimusha.
Será que um dia sai?
É isso que eu espero,
Ó.
hein?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Capcom Showcase. Before we get started, we'd like to share that June 11th, 2023 marked Capcom's 40th anniversary. A big thanks to everyone for playing our games. It's thanks to our amazing fans that we can celebrate such a milestone. We look forward to creating many more games in the years to come, and we hope that you'll continue to enjoy them. Now it's time to show off our latest titles at the Capcom Showcase. Stay tuned until the end so you don't miss anything. Let's take a look at this video.
"40 anos aí de aniversário, né? Deve ter algumas coisas aí
Com certeza.
pesadas, viu? Que 40 anos não é pra qualquer um, não.
É, não. É muita história.
Esse aí tá parecendo um Onimusha, viu?
Eu tô lançando também. Tô só aguardando pra ver, senão eu vou dar um pulo aqui.
Mas eu acho que não é, não.
Não, não.
Mas visualmente é bem parecido.
Muita história que lembra dele. A temática também dos ataques legal, né?
Traditional Japanese aesthetics come to life through the power of RE Engine. Experience a unique blend of strategy and action in this epic tale. A beautiful yet unsettling world of mystery awaits in Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. Coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Windows, PlayStation 5, and Steam. Mega Man X Dive Offline is coming to Steam, iOS, and Android.
Não, Valber?
É, não é eu que converso com muita gente aí de outros países, não.
Ai, ai.
The Deep Log, which holds collected memories of the Mega Man X series, is under attack. Dive into cyberspace using hunter programs to recover data before it's too late. Play as Mega Man X and other characters from the Mega Man franchise, including characters that haven't been playable before. Level up your favorite characters and equipment to create a powerful hunter. Power up your weapons and more to customize your character however you want.
Tá parecendo
Mega
jogo
Man
de
X
cartas, né?
Dive Offline.
É upando o personagem.
Control and develop over 100 different characters. Play as a variety of characters, including new heroes created
tá
for
tipo
Mega Man
Dragon Ball
X
Heroes.
Dive. Complete stages
Só que
and
o
use
Dragon Ball
element
Heroes
medals
é
to
de
recover
fliperama,
memory
né?
pieces.
É.
As máquinas
Then
arcade.
analyze recovered memories to unlock characters.
E aí? Pronto.
Estamos ao vivo aí.
O Mega
There
Man
are
aí
more than
apresentando.
900 stages to play. Challenging mechanics and enemies await on classic and new stages. You're bound to clash with familiar bosses from the past. Build the ultimate hunter and save the deep log from total destruction.
Rapaz, eu nunca joguei ele não. Nem no tempo do Play 2. Não cheguei nem.
Mega Man
Acho que eu nem
X
testar,
Dive
cheguei a testar
Offline
ele.
launches in 2023.
Porque o Mega Man.
É o Mega Man. Nunca.
Eu joguei na época do Super Nintendo.
No tempo do Super Nintendo.
Testei mesmo.
Mas não era muito
Now,
fã
here's
da
the
franquia
Capcom
também.
Spotlight Corner.
Também não.
A new era of fighting
Street Fighter
games is upon
6,
us.
Ó, Steam.
Street Fighter 6 launched on June 2nd. It's already received an enthusiastic welcome from fighting game fans around the world. Street Fighter 6
Eu não
includes
curti
World
muito
Tour,
esse negócio
an
aí da
expansive
rua aí.
single-player story mode.
Fight.
Fighting Ground, the core fighting game experience made even more accessible. And
forma de
Battle Hub,
diversificar
a social
também, né?
space where
Yeah.
players from around the world can compete and hang out. These are the game's 3 main modes. In addition, we're planning to release new fighters and content, so you can enjoy the
Saiu
game
pouco
for
do
a
padrão
long
também,
time
né,
to
dos
come.
jogos de luta. que era
Saiu,
sempre-
pô.
Com certeza.
Eu era
Street
mais
Fighter 6
continuar
is out
normal
now
igual
for
era, né?
PlayStation
Rio e
5,
Ken, você
PlayStation
fizesse a
4,
história lá
Xbox
com
Series
eles.
X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. Don't miss it.
Pra diversificar um pouco também. Igual nessa vibe até de outros jogos que criaram um mundo aberto assim.
We also have an announcement for Capcom Pro Tour 2023.
Diversificar um pouco também.
This year's Capcom Pro Tour will feature Street Fighter 6, the newest entry in the series. Players from around the world will compete in regional matches and battle to be this year's champion.
Inegável.
To celebrate the launch of Street Fighter 6, this year we have our largest prize pool ever. The total prize pool for Capcom Pro Tour is over $2 million, with $1 million going to first place. Capcom Pro Tour 2023 will feature 3 types of tournaments: online premieres, offline premieres, and World Warrior. The winners of each tournament will advance to the World Finals at Capcom Cup 10.
Campeonato.
Stay tuned to see which player will crush the competition and take home this year's championship.
Bom, essa parte aí parece boa, hein?
Next, we have news about Street Fighter League Pro JP 2023.
Bizona.
In Street Fighter League, the world's top players form teams of 4 and compete in official Capcom Team League
Tem
matches.
Akuma nesse novo aí não,
We
né?
have the largest number of teams ever.
Eu
The
mesmo não
opening
vi
match will be
falar
held
não,
on
viu?
July
Eu
7th
acho que não, que eu não vi.
and will be streamed live on the
Akuma
Capcom
também
Fighters
era pelado.
JP
Vai
channel
sair
on
alguém
YouTube
alguma
and
DLC
Twitch.
também.
7 de julho.
Don't forget about the Street Fighter League World Championship 2023.
Ó,
The
Champions
US and
League
European
de
leagues
Street
will
Fighter.
determine the
Fighter.
teams that will go on to compete in the World Championship.
Não sei, eu acho que é.
Get up
Ó o
close and
Resident Evil
personal
aí,
with
pai.
Resident Evil 4 on
Ó o esperado
PlayStation
aí.
5. The game's main story will be playable in VR with PlayStation
Vai fazer a mesma
VR 2.
jornada do Leon, será? Com a ida?
Thanks to the power of PlayStation VR 2,
Ah, deve ser o
you'll be
VR.
able to experience an even more immersive version of the game.
Que top, hein?
Take aim as you fight to survive. RE4's cutting-edge knife action is a core part of the game, and the PlayStation VR2 Sense controller makes parrying even more intuitive. Experience extreme survival horror firsthand. Resident Evil 4 VR mode is a free DLC exclusive to PlayStation VR 2.
VR mod.
Now on to the next game in today's lineup.
Isso aí é o quê?
Faz coisa diferente aí.
Up you go. Sorry, kid. We still got a ways to go.
Deve ser jogo
Ó.
novo.
Ah, tá escrito na folha.
Ah, eu acho que eu já vi trailer desse jogo já, viu?
Very sorry, socorro.
É, já apareceu o trailer desse jogo já.
É isso.
Não esse.
Modelo do Star Wars. Vai ter um novo Star Wars, né?
Yeah.
Tu chegou a ver, Rubinho, o trailer dele?
Eu vi.
É, com a mulher, doido. Gostei, viu? O jeito e o ritmo assim.
Nossa. Pragmata.
Não vai falar mais nada?
O gráfico também.
It's almost time for Ghost Trick. Here's the latest on the game.
Hello everyone, I'm Shu Takumi, the original creator of Ghost Trick. It's almost time for the game's release, and I can't wait for you to play it. But first, let's get started with this.
Esse é um joguinho
The
de
demo for
plataforma
Ghost
esse aí.
Trick is available now for download. The story stars a lonely spirit named Cecil. In the course of solving his own murder, he will meet and change the lives of all sorts of people in all sorts of situations. Things may seem unrelated at first, but each person plays a vital role in Cecil's story. And together, their stories will lead him to one ultimate truth. So think of the demo as a doorway, inviting you into a great big mystery. It's been 13 years since we made the original game. And just like Cecil, I met many new people, and there were many miracles that occurred during its development. I have no doubt these experiences are what shaped Ghost Trick into the unforgettable game it is. To the team that lovingly ported this game, and all the fans who have shown so much love towards it, I'm so grateful to all of you. I'm thrilled that through this rebirth, Ghost Trick will be available to so many more people around the world. Now, to wait for its release. And one more thing. I practiced very, very hard for 2 weeks for this appearance. So, should we meet someday, it will make me very happy if it could speak in Japanese.
É um jogo de detetive, né?
Não, mas falou e não mostrou
From the
quase nada
creator
do
of the
jogo.
Ace Attorney
É
series,
solicitar
Shu
mistérios, alguma
Takumi,
coisa.
this
As
classic
pessoas
mystery
morrem
game is being reborn.
Isso que eu tava esperando é tipo
One
tentar
night, a man
reconstituir
named
a
Cecil
cena,
loses
alguma
both his
coisa
memory
assim.
and his life.
Não
Using the
mostrou
powers
muita
of the
coisa
dead, he tries to solve the mystery of his own death. The only clue he has is a red-headed detective. A night of mystery begins anew. A rookie detective, brimming with a sense of justice. She too is being targeted, and Cecil witnesses her death. Who was I? Why was I killed? Who killed me? And what does it mean that I was given these powers of the dead? Use the powers of the dead to possess and trick items. The controls are easy. Connect Cecil's glowing blue soul to the core of objects to possess them. Possess the tire. Possess the bowl. Possess the star ornament. You can then trick the objects you possess.
E aí, mister, beleza? Boa noite aí, cara.
What will happen when you trick the cart? Trick the door to open it. Possessing and tricking objects will let you access new areas. Cecil can go back 4 minutes before someone's death. What happened before her murder? Those clues are hidden in the past. Follow past events in real time. The limit, however, is 4 minutes. Help people avoid near-death predicaments and change their fates.
Rapaz, a bicicleta também.
Sissel will face death in many forms.
Qualquer objeto.
Changing their fates will change the
Deu
story.
pra ver aí.
And that story must be linked in some way to the
Cara,
mystery of
metade
Sissel's
da
death. Ghost Trick, launching on June 30th, 2023. Demo version available now. Don't miss the pre-order bonuses. See the official website
Só
for
que o jogo é
details.
japonês e eles estão usando o estilo cartoon.
Isso aí.
Tudo tranquilo, mister? Como é que tá, cara?
Now on to the
Tudo na
next game in
paz aí.
today's lineup.
Vamos ver o que vem de novo aí. Capcom.
Objection!
Ah, esse aí.
É o que é isso aí, velho?
Aquele jogo que. Eu esqueci o nome agora. O cara é um advogado. Fazia um monte de coisa pra defender a causa, coisa assim.
Mas é baseado em anime?
Hã?
Baseado em algum anime, não?
Que eu saiba não. Que eu saiba não. Só se for alguma coisa fechada para os japoneses, assim, né?
Aham.
Esse objeto que eles falam lá, ele virou até meme, assim, né? Tentando recrutar o outro, assim.
In Ace Attorney, players
Os
serve as lawyers
japoneses
for the
adoram, né?
falsely
Jogos
accused,
com muito diálogo assim.
battle for justice in the courtroom, and uncover the truth. Now, the 4th, 5th, and 6th mainline Ace Attorney games are being brought together to share the story of Apollo Justice and his allies in the dark age of the law. On Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, and Steam.
O
The
Resident Evil
colorful
5
characters and
Remake.
courtroom drama of each game
Será que
have been
aparece alguma
relitigated
coisa?
in beautiful
Aparece
full
alguma coisa?
HD. Available in 7 languages: Japanese, English, French, German, Korean, and traditional and simplified
Qualquer
Chinese.
coisa de Resident que aparecer.
We've also
aí,
added
vai
voice recordings for the
valer
new
a
languages. We're sure there's
Eu acho
no
que a DLC
objection
da
to
Ida, né?
everything included in this
Provável que vai
collection.
aparecer.
Isso, eu também
Apollo
acho,
Justice,
Agora, alguma
Ace
coisa
Attorney
dos
Trilogy
remakes eu
is
acho meio
currently in
difícil,
development
porque
for
é
release in
muito cedo,
early
né?
2024. Please
Quem
look forward
sabe?
to more information about this collection in the future.
Ou como falam, talvez um teaser misterioso aí.
Next, we have some
Só
Capcom
pra
news to
deixar
share.
na vontade mesmo.
This month marks Capcom's 40th anniversary. As part of the celebration, we've opened a digital theme park called Capcom Town. Take a stroll through the museum to view original artwork and other materials from various titles on display.
Street Fighter em quadrinhos, né?
You can even play a few of Capcom's beloved
Ó,
classics
esse
for free.
tempo aí era. Eu gostava de jogar, viu?
Head on over to the castle
do-
to cast
do
your vote in the
Superama.
Capcom elections. Participants will receive a special reward, so don't miss out. We can't wait for everyone to enjoy these attractions, along with the many other fun experiences we've prepared at A Capcom ID account is required to play Resident Evil RE-Verse, our new upcoming title Exoprimal, and to use the online features of Street Fighter 6. You can also use this account with other Capcom services and campaigns, such as a survey about today's Capcom showcase. We'll release more titles and services
aquele ali é o
compatible
jogo
with
que eu te falei
Capcom
do
ID
dinossauro,
soon.
Valdo, que eles estão...
Register now for Capcom ID.
Esse é o Dino Crisis lá.
Now for the latest on Exoprimal ahead of next month's launch.
Hello everyone, I'm Takudo Hideoka, the director of Exoprimal. I'm excited to share the latest Exoprimal news with you all. But first, let's check out this video.
Exoprimal.
Hello? Thought I heard activity on this frequency. Hello? My name is Garrett Sides.
Basically, the IB's godfather. He was responsible for the entire Exosuit project.
You know, Anchor Division, I assume?
Aí, ó, tá vendo? A mulher parece a Regina.
Parece, já ia falar mesmo.
Tá doido
We
aí.
need exosuits. It's our only shot. We need access to the past.
E até controlou todo mundo.
It's just waiting to be picked up back in 2040. Intact and hot off the presses. The access codes to override Leviathan. You can shut it down. The whole thing.
Heisel.
The fuel of the future.
All this time, Heisel is a side effect of time travel? Did they just juice it out of dead dinosaurs?
At least we know why
Um
dinosaurs
monte de
bleed
dinossauro
black.
também, viu?
Lozol. Unrefined Lozol in the blood. A Neosaur. I mean, look at this. It's a walking glob of stuff.
Diversas habilidades também, né? Olha o mais estendido aí, ó.
I promise you this. We'll find a way out of here. All Anchor project files have serial numbers. Look for anything starting with 181. That's
Tem um jogo que eles fizeram há pouco tempo com essa temática de robô que não vingou. Esqueci o nome dele. Gastaram muito dinheiro e no final flopou.
Well done. You fought desperately and survived. The perfect exosuit development project is nearing fruition. Activating Massacre Module, summoning Neo T-Rex Swarm.
This is all helping to make a better exosuit.
Good hunting, Ace.
Presenting my most exciting combat project, the Savage Gauntlet.
De julho.
What did you think? That was a lot of new
Fase de temporada também.
Before we dive in, I'd like to give a huge thanks to all the players who participated in the open beta test back in March. We were extremely pleased to have so many participants. Plus, you gave us a lot of invaluable feedback. We can't thank you enough. While only portions of the Dino Survival content were made available for the open beta test, today we'll be introducing more content included in the full game. Let's take a look at what you can expect when Exoprimal launches on July 14th. Let's start with the story. Ace, the game's protagonist, is transported to the year 2040 and forced to participate in a never-ending series of war games. The story unfolds as you play through Dino Survival, the game's main mode. Gathering intel to update the analysis map unravels the mysteries surrounding parallel worlds and the AI entity known as Leviathan. At times, players will also engage in special boss battles as part of the main story. Dino Survival mode will also change as the story progresses. You'll unlock new missions with a variety of objectives, including 10-player co-op, a multitude of dinosaurs to fight, and more maps. The game will also feature an assortment of unlockables and challenges. Modules can be used to enhance exosuits and modify active skills. These modules can be obtained by fulfilling certain conditions while you play the game.
Tem algumas variações tipo mutação, né?
You can also personalize your appearance with a variety of cosmetics, such as exosuit skins, weapon skins, decals, and emotes. The game also features a special 5-player mission that changes weekly. Compete with squads from around the world for the fastest completion times, or by earning awards through achievements, like most damage block with a tank suit in battle. There are many ways to enjoy the game, even after completing the main story. We took your feedback into consideration as well. In the full version of Exoprimal, we plan to implement a mode where victory is determined by completing missions as quickly as possible, instead of direct combat with other players. We hope you look forward to that. Now, let's go over all the new info we just saw in the video. Who was that new face at the beginning? Meet Dr. Signs, the developer of the exosuits, and the head of Anchor Division, IBS's elite research group based on Bikitoa Island. The Stratovator, a space elevator that extends from the Anchor Division research facility into orbit, will also be a playable map. Incredible battles will unfold while exofighters and dinosaurs clash atop this massive space elevator. Players will even encounter dangerous mutations of dinosaurs, known as neosaurs. The most deadly among them being the
Parece que vai ser jogar com amigos aí, né? Pelo jeito. A galera toda aí.
Oh no.
T4 plays aí.
Of Neo T-Rexes? What are Leviathan's true intentions? Wait, what's the deal with this new exosuit?
T-Rex.
While it may look similar to Deadeye, this exosuit is a variant called Deadeye Alpha Burst Fighter. Unlike the default Deadeye, this variant
o cara tem várias transformações, né?
Esse cara tá me lembrando de Power Ranger lá.
O branco lá.
Exosuit variants, including Deadeye Alpha, will be added in a title update following the full
Natinho
version.
voltando aos Power Rangers.
At the end of the video, we revealed Savage Gauntlet, a mode that lets you take on special 5-player missions that change weekly. In this mode, players can enjoy a change of pace from Dino Survival by competing against exofighters from all over the world for the
Tem arma
fastest
também,
completion.
pelo amor de Deus, hein?
More info about exosuit variants and Savage Gauntlet will be revealed at the Xbox Series Showcase Extended. Be sure to
Vai
tune in.
depender da galera, se a galera
Se a galera curtir aí, né?
curtir.
For
We're excited to announce that we'll be holding a second open beta test. This time, we're including
E o
additional
preço que vai vir, né?
É o que eu falei pra Valbe aí. Se for de graça, né?
Aí é 18 de junho. Não, 16, né?
Check out the official
O
website.
beta, vai ter o beta aí. Se querer baixar o beta, dá.
Aham. Porque se for pago, além de você comprar o jogo, ainda tem que comprar o passe de temporada. Aí, beleza.
Dá pra gente testar o beta aí, eles vão ter o site deles aí pra baixar.
Don't miss out.
2 dias, né?
We'll continue to make adjustments to
Qualquer coisa a
Exoprimal,
gente testa aí.
leading up to the game's launch on July 14th. Thank you again for all the feedback. We look forward to seeing you in the second open beta test. That's all we have for you today. See you in the War Games. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Next up is the last title we'll be showing off today.
Eu vejo muito bem falar do 1.
Hi everyone, my name is
Não joguei.
Hideaki Itsuno, and I'm the director of Dragon's Dogma 2. It's been over a year since we celebrated 10 years of Dragon's Dogma, and I can finally give you some more information about the new game. First, let's take a look at the trailer we revealed the other day.
Mas é jogo tipo Souls lá?
Não, é mais um RPG mesmo de mundo aberto, só que sem as mecânicas Souls-like, assim. Como se fosse um jogo medieval mesmo, normal.
You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames?
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisa.
That begs the question.
Estilo The Witch mesmo.
Then where might our true Arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont!
Tá parecendo The Witcher mesmo ali, o cara.
É, pelo jeito.
Tem semelhança até com a gente vê assim.
Semelhança com os personagens também, né?
É, Skyrim, os árvores, os galhos lá.
Aí, você pode ir tipo só na magia, né? Ou espada.
É criar a classe que a gente quiser. Né? Os grifos.
The Witcher, depois que o ator de Superman saiu, já saiu mais temporadas com o novo?
Vai sair agora.
Ah, não saiu ainda não,
né? Com ela ainda vai ser com ele.
A terceira é com ele ainda.
É.
A Medusa.
Legal, gostei. Vamos ver.
O jogo parece
What did you think? The action RPG game Dragon's Dogma was released in 2012. Now, a decade later, I'm proud to share a look at the highly anticipated sequel, Dragon's Dogma 2. Today I want to talk about two characteristics that Dragon's Dogma 2 will inherit from its predecessor. First, Dragon's Dogma 2 will be a single-player game, but with pawns at your side, it will feel like co-op. And second, gameplay will feature action role-playing mechanics set in an open-world environment. In the Dragon's Dogma series, you embark on your adventures with pawns, otherworldly beings controlled by AI. Alongside the player-controlled Arisen, you can embark on your journey with a main pawn that can be customized to your liking, as well as up to 2 additional support pawns you can borrow from other players. To form a party of up to 4 characters,
tem cara maior ali que é o
pawns are controlled by the AI and are now capable of even more precise decisions than in the previous title, helping you in the midst of battle. They can also help guide you to new locations, or give you a high five following a successful battle. It really feels like playing in a party with other players. Dragon's Dogma 2 is built with the RE engine, resulting in a dense world woven with high graphical fidelity. You'll enjoy a world roughly 4 times the size of the original Dragon's Dogma, with more to experience than ever before.
Esse é teu
The
estilo, viu,
characters and
Robi?
monsters that populate the world are given life thanks to the power of AI, and players will feel like they've been reborn in this vibrant fantasy world. You can look forward to a variety of vocations to choose from. Your vocation will shape your Arisen's role throughout the adventure. Will you take on enemies with swords? Magic? It's all up to you. We'll have much more to share in the future.
Até as regiões aí também tem igual castelo.
I want to go over a few sections from the trailer that show what we've improved for Dragon's Dogma 2. This game is designed to enable players to take on situations in their own way. In addition to AI, advanced technology like immersive
Curtiu o
physics
cara
brings
dessa espada aí, ó.
monsters and NPCs to life.
Tá, porra. É o maior trabalho pra ele
What would
levantar a
happen if you
espada.
destroyed that bridge, or if you pulled that monster's leg? What other exciting possibilities can you think of? Meet 2 characters pivotal to the story that also appear in the game's key arc.
O mago, né?
A bow wielder with a deep connection to the Arisen, and Nadinia, a high priestess of the Beast Ring, which appear in the series for the first time. What destiny awaits? How will they affect your fate? The intricate relationships and situations you will encounter in the game are sure to keep you on your toes. During your adventure, you will come across familiar monsters from the previous game, as well as new monsters such as Medusa. you can look forward to new player vocations and many new experiences unique to Dragon's
Tem uma
Dogma
mulher
2.
ainda tá aparecendo aí, Yennefer também.
A mesma de cabelo
Please stay
preto, né?
tuned for more
foi.
information. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Dragon's Dogma 2 will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X,
Isso, pra quem
Xbox
gosta
Series
de
S,
mago,
and
dá pra
Steam.
virar mago OP mesmo.
And now, a quick look at the Capcom 40th
Vai jogar
anniversary
esse aí,
sale.
velho.
Pretendo.
Kicking
Do jeito
things
que eu
off,
vi,
we
eu
have
gostei.
well-known titles, such as Dragon's Dogma
Vai ser
and the
próximo.
Ace Attorney
Talvez eu possa
series.
até jogar o antigo.
Don't miss this
fazer uma guarda
opportunity to pick up
desse.
a few of Capcom's most influential hits at some great prices. To celebrate, we're also offering a limited time bundle of some of Capcom's major titles on Steam. That wraps up today's Capcom Showcase. Thank you for watching. We're always working on new
Tem
games and
alguma coisa
updates,
no bucho, hein?
and we hope you're as excited as we are for Capcom's 40th anniversary.
Será que sai alguma coisa hoje?
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Esperança, né?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Capcom Showcase post-show. I'm Andy, I'm on the
Yeah.
community team at Capcom, and with me today we have Joe, also from the community team, and we have Nico. Nico, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey there, I'm Nico B. I'm a Capcom creator, as well as a creator over on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm really happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so we just got done with the Capcom Showcase. What was everyone's favorite part in the chat? Let us know. I think mine has to be Exoprimal. I love changing the rigs. I love just seeing which rig goes into like which situation and everything. And I'm a big dinosaur fan. So how about you, Joe?
Yeah, it's shaping up well. So much good stuff in there. Dragon's Dogma 2 for me. It's been very near dear to my heart. Super excited for it. But yeah, lots of good stuff. How about you, Nico?
Oh, absolutely, it has to be Ace Attorney. I'm so thrilled to see Apollo coming back. He's my boy. Absolutely thrilled to see that collection coming back. And yeah, that sort of leads us actually into what we're gonna be checking out here is actually done by the same creator of Ace Attorney, and that is Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective.
For those of you who don't know, Ghost Trick is coming out on June 30th on PS4, Xbox, Steam, and Switch. It's a puzzle game. A lot of cool puzzles. It's very narrative heavy, and you're basically, Sissel, the main character, is trying to find out what happened to him. Why am I dead is what he basically asks himself. And you got to figure out through different scenarios. It's really cool, and we're actually gonna do something for you right now. Joe, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, so in the showcase, we just announced that the demo for this game is live on all the platforms that Andy mentioned. So we're gonna take you through that demo. There are 2 chapters in this demo. Really from the start of the game, you can get familiar with the characters, the game mechanics, just get a general sense of the vibe of it. And that brings us to what we're doing today, is walking us through it. And you know, we couldn't ask for a better person to join us, and that's Nico.
Oh heck yeah! Hopefully I can still remember how to do this. So
let's get into it.
All right, let's check it out.
We should set the stage for what we're seeing, right? Obviously, we're seeing a Pomeranian right there in the center who, unfortunately, is not moving at all. Very tragic. We've got a strange person that's wandering around this apartment.
Just
overall, just a really mysterious situation.
De live aí, nada de
This is how all the
Resident,
scenarios kind of
É
start,
mesmo,
pretty
hein?
much. The
Mas
one
só
before
teve
this, if you
o
do play
VR,
the
né?
demo, chapter 1
Foi,
stars
foi.
Lynn, and you're trying to
VR.
save her, and now you're in this situation where you're trying to figure out first, what's going on? Like, what's the scene? What's happening right now? And then you have to go into the puzzles and it's to figure out why I'm not going to say his name, but why the dog there is on his back.
Yeah, Nico, who are we playing as in this scenario?
So this we're playing as Sissel. And by this point, he's already gotten at least a decent grasp on his Ghost Trick abilities. And he's already averted one fate. And while we're here, we're going to go over here and check on our little friend down here.
Right now, our friend is just a blue flame or blue blob, I guess.
He's not quite sure what their form is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And every ghost that shows up in this game, when you first meet them, they always come out in this form. They essentially have to be reminded about who they are.
They are dead, so you know.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to figure it out. I would too.
Let's hope we never find that out.
You're right. Actually, no, I don't want to find that out. So you're talking to who you think is a dog.
Who you believe to be the dog there. To be fair, this character, no joke, was always my personal favorite when I played this game. Yeah, the energy of this little dude, this little guy.
There he is.
And I gave him this. Forgive me for this, but there's no time to lose. Miss Cabela, my Miss Cabela's in trouble.
I think that's exactly how he would sound.
Yeah,
actually, if he could talk, that's it right there.
Yeah, he's so funny. Yes, this is Missile, the pure-blooded Pomeranian. You make sure that you know that every time.
Right there. I'm a Pomeranian.
I'm a Pomeranian.
Every time we post him on
É, até agora eu não vi nada de...
Yeah.
agradou muito ainda não.
Yep.
The cool thing about bringing this game back is I'm sure there's going to be a whole new generation of people naming their dogs Missile.
Oh, yes. There's actually, I believe, also a Missile in Ace Attorney as well. So clearly the team is partial to the name. But yes, this little dog, he shows up quite a few times throughout the game, and he's just your best little buddy.
Yeah, so we're gonna let this scenario play out, and this is basically how did Missile die, right?
Essentially.
4 minutes ago, we're going back in time, so let's do it.
So you're basically rewinding back to try and prevent what happened?
Pretty much, yeah. You're trying to go back and see exactly what led to what happened, and then from there, try to undo the events and avert the negative fate.
While working with the dog.
While working with the dog,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, okay.
Dog is surprisingly sharp in this game, so he does his best, all right? And he definitely loves his owner, Miss Camilla, all right? He's very passionate about keeping her safe at all times.
With this version, there's like updated graphics, updated frame rate. Once Camilla is out there, and it looks so smooth.
Yeah, it does. I can already tell the improved frame rate and also the portraits look way sharper now. Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
It really feels like a fully realized version of that art style that they're trying to hit. It just, it just looks so clean.
The signature.
É a Camila, né?
I think the other thing about, games by Shu Takumi and the team is, even though they're very text heavy, they feel like the dialogue just flows quickly, right?
Yeah,
it has a lot of
does,
impact.
yeah.
Like you can hear the voices for yourself.
So what's going on right now?
So we got this little girl. She's looking after her doggie. The doggie loves to bark at everything, and anyone who owns a Pomeranian will know this is very true.
Our neighbor here with that big glass.
She's got the big glass.
And you're paying attention to everything that's going on, because it all kind of comes together.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about the scenario too is as you're working through it multiple times, like there's dialogue that you can skip through, or it's just optional if you want that to pop back up for the extra hints.
Yeah, exactly. The nice thing is you will be able to actually like talk with your party essentially, or Sissel will think things to himself, which will help give you a clue in the right direction.
And when you watch these scenes, they're kind of almost, in a way, giving you a hint as to the next scenario, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
There we go.
You see something like that, and you think, that seems interesting. You have an idea, like piece together what it is that the game is expecting you to do in each moment.
It's just a game that you have to focus on every single thing that's happening narratively at first before you actually get into the puzzle element, which I guess is gonna happen after this. But like right now, we're like, oh God, there's a mouse. What's gonna happen to that? And then how Missile reacts to that, and then it moves over to the neighbor. Kind of just have to have everything in your mind all at once to just see what you're gonna do next.
Mm-hmm. Dun dun dun.
No!
Blue assassin man.
No!
Oh my God, he looks stern. Don't really like it when these jobs outside the original scope crop up.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of feel like he's got this real, I don't know, like intense hitman.
Yeah, I have to put it down as a separate charge. Accounting never likes that. But I guess it can't be helped. Sorry, kid.
He's pointing a gun at the dog.
Nothing personal. Who would do that? Who would do that to a little Pomeranian doggy? Come on.
We don't like that.
We don't like that. No, we gotta change things.
Look at that, I'm dead.
No, I'm dead. And yet the dog still looks so happy. he's still so full of energy.
Watch his own death.
I know.
Like, welcome.
He can't help but welcome. He can't help it.
E aí? Tá me
No,
ouvindo aí?
this will not stand.
Será que vai ter mais alguma coisa? Ou encerrou isso aí?
Sei lá, parou nessa brincadeira aí.
Talking about Camilla's headphones, or sorry,
já acabou,
yeah,
Camilla's headphones, yeah.
And they just seem to be like the greatest headphones.
Yeah, apparently
that ever existed, right?
amazing noise cancelling.
Teve
So
nada
good.
assim
She didn't even hear the gunshot.
De cada, né?
De muito importante. E agora só tá mostrando um pouco de cada aí, né?
Clearly, the first thing we gotta do is try to figure out a way to get this headphones off her
Nada de
head.
interessante aí.
Teve não, a de ontem da...
Yeah, so kind of the
Coisa lá foi
core
muito
gameplay
melhor.
mechanics, right? You can use the trick
É
ability
que a
to
Capcom, o pessoal tava
manipulate different
esperando o
objects,
Resident
right?
Evil,
That's
né?
right. So you can,
Pelo menos
when
a
you
DLC da
when you get into the
ida,
game
alguma
here,
coisa
if
assim.
you enter the ghost mode, it
Pelo
actually
jeito.
pauses everything. But in regular form here, it essentially will continue to play like a
Então
movie.
é isso, pessoal. Vou encerrar
You
a
also
live
will
por aqui.
occasionally get little tips from your pals here, or you'll hear what
A
Sissel's
gente
thoughts
se vê
are,
aí no próximo
to help
vídeo
sort
do
of give you a
canal,
clear
beleza?
idea of what your main
Valeu,
objective
até o
is.
próximo vídeo. Tchau.
And it's good because there definitely are some
Acho que
moments
não vai ter
where
mais
things
nada
are
não. Se
like
tiver aqui, eu já
we're early
encerrei.
on, so a lot of what we're going to be doing here is pretty like I think
Vou deixar rodar
self-explanatory,
mais
but
minuto
definitely
aí,
get
eu
times
ver o
moments
que vai
later on
rolar.
where
Ainda.
you're definitely going to need maybe a
No
little bit of extra
finalzinho
help
do
to
vídeo
sort
lá,
of get you to
entendi
where you
falando,
need to
vejo
go.
vocês na
But,
próxima, coisa assim.
you can mess around with the environment,
Jeito que tinha
usually
de
just
botar novidade,
manipulate it in
mostrou,
small ways, like pushing the door here.
Pouquíssima coisa.
So you got an umbrella up here.
Yeah, so we hate these headphones, right? We need to get rid of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. So we got to figure out some way to get them down. But yeah, it's like if we could just knock them right into that little fish
Eu
tank,
tô
that
vendo
would
os caras postando aqui
probably
no comentário só o Mega Man X9, cara.
destroy them, I imagine, unless they're like waterproof headphones.
Those do exist.
It's true, those actually do exist.
So we need to get the timing right on this then, right?
Yeah, so you gotta wait for the right moment here.
6, Monte Hunter, alguma coisa.
You can also look around the environment here too.
So all this is going to be coming into play a little bit later.
Yeah. But I think I did see a good moment when Camilla
40
was
jogos
grabbing her
velhos.
headphones. Where she sort of seemingly kind of fumbled around
Resident
a
Evil
bit.
9.
So I think if I just maybe wait a bit.
Dessa vez a Capcom pisou na bola.
Pisou mesmo.
Yeah, there we go.
Into the tank.
Right into the tank.
That was a frame perfect
Yeah,
press.
frame perfect press. Oh man, just bought those headphones. Those headphones were $1,000.
Ah, não, GTA 6.
She's gonna blame missile.
That's right. Ever the faithful little buddy. But at the very least, we bought ourselves some time, right? At least you'll hear the guy come in. I mean, granted, that's not really gonna solve, you know, her getting kidnapped.
Still a little bit more work to do.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna have a little bit more. Currently, we don't have really a lot of room to move, but so we got. Oh, there we go. And that should roll the donuts over. We actually have a thing we can mess with here.
So the donuts are going to be really important, right? I mean,
yeah.
The cart and its placement is really important, and looks like she's kind of
E aí,
kicking
Fábio,
through
vai fazer o
that
que agora?
insanely big stack of donuts.
Hopefully she doesn't notice that
Bruno,
it's
Bruno, Bruno.
it's there. And, oh, okay. It's just, I guess there must be a slant in the room there. She just kind of rolls with it, but yeah.
Missile moved it, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, if that happened to me, I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah,
I
I feel
would
like.
be, but then I'd be like, no, the dog did it. The dog, it had to be the dog.
But doing that actually allows us to reach other areas of the room, and we can, you know, discover things by interacting with them here. So like, we can do this, which just further infuriates our neighbor. Oh, we did do something though. We knocked a little thing down, and again, you can sort of like continue to get like updates and hints and ideas from your group here.
Sorry,
O povo
this
tá
is
reclamando aí.
truly embarrassment of behavior.
Yeah.
Não veio nada que presta.
Yeah, but he's
até o
graduating
Flow Games aqui já
from
tá
beyond the
encerrando
balls
também.
to barking at people and sounds instead. All right.
Yeah.
Faz
So
não.
here you can see too that like there are moments where you really do have to time
O
things.
pessoal
This is
vai
like the
meter o pau,
umbrella, so like we need to be able to like
Vai,
get up
ninguém.
here, which allows us to get over to this section.
Because I didn't want to deal with it.
There's also you can see there's a spot above it too.
Looks like you can manipulate that.
Yeah, and that speeds it up a bit. Camilla does not seem to care much about it.
As all this possession happens around her, she's studious. She's reading her book. You know, she's like, I don't want to deal with anything.
My house is possessed.
You know, I don't know if it was the headphones' fault.
Yeah, actually, I think it's the book.
Yeah.
Something's going on with that book.
We can drop this. There's a little music box up there. I can't seem to actually manipulate it anyway, but it's there. It's there for some purpose. We can hop back down here again.
Vai ser uma continuação do da
We can
Xbox.
actually hop back down to some of these objects too. So we got a picture here.
Continuação do quê?
Do Xbox Showcase.
So sometimes you kind of just have to. It's a little bit of trial and error. We got to see like what specifically can I do with this object. Sometimes you can't do things like the floor lamp. I can't do
Mas vai ter
anything with.
participação da Capcom lá
You just
também?
have to figure out with every single thing. Like, let's go here.
Vai ter alguma participação da Capcom ainda?
Around.
Não,
around
esse aí vai
it
ser amanhã.
and see like how it is going to form the overall puzzle, pretty much.
Okay, so by doing that, we flip the ball.
But as Missile told us, he
A
doesn't care
higiene
He doesn't
tava.
care about the ball,
Deixa eu
unfortunately.
ver qual. A higiene tava desde
Yeah,
manhã.
I feel like if we could actually get the
A
dog underneath
Capcom
the couch in some way, or
flopou
do
o vídeo,
something
não
to
tem nada
get
no vídeo que
the
presta.
girl underneath the couch to actually
É
like,
isso mesmo.
then she would be sort of
Ninguém
out
vai
of
nem
sight
olhar,
from
doido.
the guy that breaks in.
É, doido.
Se tivesse alguma coisa pra olhar lá, né? Tipo, pra ver a reação da gente lá,
Se
na
eles
hora que
quisessem
saísse
até
um jogo. Né?
fazer o povo esperar mais um
over to this
pouco,
side
alguma
instead.
coisa assim. Colocasse pelo menos alguma
it's
coisa
a
que
little-
chamasse a atenção no início
It's a
lá,
little
talvez
pink
pro
rat
povo
this
ficar
time.
esperando pra ver se mostrava alguma coisa agora aí, né?
There's a male rat lives on the right, and then a little cute little,
Então, tipo, se saísse um jogo
pink rat
grande
lives on the
também,
opposite side.
fazer um movimento grande aí, né?
Isso.
Yeah, Missile is over there. He's
Final
barking at
bugou
it.
com esse
Not
joguinho
that
aí,
ratty
pelo amor
either.
de Deus.
Oh
Só
God, I'm
tem
about to flip this little rat
aquele
around.
gráfico lá bonito
It
lá.
deserved
que é
it.
esse-
It deserves
esse-
it. Trying to
Deixa
steal
eu
that
ver se eu
donut.
encontro ele aqui.
Also, what is going on with this apartment where they got rats just?
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
right?
right?
And Camila's like,
Eu esqueci.
I
Yeah.
can afford the headphones, but this rat problem, man.
Yeah, apparently not cleaning.
Bugou com essa cachorrinha aí.
This did
O
distract
jogo
her.
dessa cachorra aí.
Did distract her, and then, just in the nick of time,
It's our boy.
it's our boy.
Não tô nem achando o jogo aqui. Né?
Oh, he's here, huh?
Foi o...
He just parks himself right there.
Vou aproveitar, vou abrir o Resident Evil aqui.
Wow, they even have a bowl of
4.
donuts just for
Vou
me.
jogar o 4 de novo, só.
How dare
Vou
you?
abrir ele aqui, ó, só pra.
And just like that, the fate
Pô,
has
eu
been
baixei um mod ali, Dani.
still caught up in a ball and shaking
Já que encerrou a tua live, então?
Não, tá aberto ainda.
Love your missile voice.
Oh, thank you, yes. Honed over many years.
É, Pragmata.
já tava achando aqui
But
também.
yes, we did it. And with that, I mean,
Pragmata.
he lived, and
Parece que vai
fortunately,
ser bom.
she seems to be keeping Missile from, barking and welcoming the murderous assassin into their apartment.
Hope you did it. You helped Missile out.
We did. We
Saved
saved
Missile.
him. We saved our
Missile.
little buddy.
That was
Talvez
actually
o
the important
gameplay,
part.
né,
Camila
do-
wasn't, you know.
True, it's true.
know.
It was really more about the dog.
Yeah. At least to
Bora,
me.
vamos
Só
encerrar.
Primal
Game's over,
também,
we did
né?
it.
We beat it. That's
Don't
it.
need to solve
The
our
entire
Não,
demo
não,
was actually the
não.
entire game. This is it.
Vamos encerrar esse cachorro aqui.
que
Deixa eu
faz
It's kind of like where
abrir
they
um.
jogar em alguns dias e depois parar, né?
Capcom, você foi longe demais dessa vez.
Não teve nada aí.
Tava vendo o povo colocando as outras apresentações, né?
Se eu colocar a capa aqui.
Compararam as outras duas que teve antes da do Xbox, colocaram como se fosse nada.
Ei,
Assim.
Valmir,
É do
eu
Xbox.
coloquei a capa aqui que tinha Chris do Resident Evil 5, a Ada e a Jill aqui. Como se fosse sair, tipo, o remake,
o
né?
quê?
O anúncio do remake do 5 e a
Aham.
DLC da
E a
Ada.
DLC
Não
da
foi nada.
Ada, é. Oh,
Que fazem, Capcom.
Bugou.
que fase.
Ué, se não vai sair a da Ada agora, vai sair quando isso aí?
Que isso aí tinha que aproveitar era agora mesmo, né? Nem se fosse deixasse pra lançar mais pra frente, assim, mas falasse alguma coisa agora.
Anunciasse lá pro ano que vem.
Não podia ter
importa,
feito, mas
não.
pelo menos sabia que tava vivo, né? Sabia que tava
Anunciar lá,
preparado.
mostrar o trailer e ano que vem. Com um teaser só. Tá mostrando só a Ada saindo.
O The Elder Scrolls aí tem, acho que não sei se é 3 a 4 anos aí que lançou um pequeno teaser aí, só pra gente ficar esperando aí, né? E estamos esperando até hoje, eu acho que é uns 4 anos até mais que saiu. E até hoje a gente não vê mais nada.
O que tu fala?
O The Elder Scrolls 6.
Ah.
Eu acho que tem uns 4 anos que apareceu e até agora nada de novo. Só um teaser, eu acho de... Não foi nem 1 minuto, só mostrando assim a parte do mapa, assim, a beirada do mar. E mostrou o nome e acabou. Só. E até hoje mais nada.
Quieto com você. Magoou, Anselmo.
Você magoou, Renatinho. Não, pô. Que isso?
O doutor tá querendo pegar a 4070 Ti.
Ué, ele não pegou a placa que ele tinha mandado lá, não?
Não.
4070?
Ah, Ti. Ah, pelo que eu pesquisei aqui na Kabum, tá 6.000 e pouco. Aí eu fiquei meio assim. Ele chegou e quer fazer ela durar pelo menos 10 anos, ele falando.
Ele quer pegar qual? A 40 o quê?
4070 Ti.
Aí de 12 GB também? Ou é mais?
Eu não vi agora, deixa eu ver aqui.
Não, é 12 ou é 16, parece.
Aí diz que quer ver se dura pelo menos 10 anos. Só que eu não sei não.
Quem sabe?
O negócio é que, como o Renato falou, a tecnologia vai se atualizando, né?
10 anos dura nada? Sei não.
Por isso mesmo. 12 GB. 12 GB.
Comprar uma placa pra durar 10 anos hoje é difícil.
Ainda mais do jeito que os requisitos estão aumentando assim da noite pro dia, né?